I never imagined that a single rainy afternoon could change the course of my life forever. My name is Sabrina Hall, and if someone had told me a month ago that I would be sitting across from the most enigmatic man I had ever met, listening to words that felt like both a promise and a challenge, I would have laughed. But life has a way of surprising you when you least expect it, especially when your heart and your family are on the line. It all began in the city of Riverside, a place that seemed ordinary to most. Yet for me, it was the stage for the beginning of a story I never planned to live. The rain that day was relentless, tapping insistently against the window panes of the cafe where I sat, lost in my own thoughts. My father's health had been declining, and our family debts were piling higher than I could manage. I had come there hoping for a moment of quiet, a brief escape from reality. And then I saw him. He walked in like he owned the world, yet carried a vulnerability in his eyes that drew me in. His name was Julian, a man whose presence made the air around him feel electric. He smiled, and the world seemed to tilt slightly. I had no idea then that smile would haunt me for weeks. He approached and asked if he could join me. There was something in his voice, a mix of curiosity and gentle confidence, that made me nod without thinking. As we spoke, I discovered that Julian was not only successful and ambitious, but he also carried a depth of emotion I had only read about in novels. His words were laced with understanding, with a kind of empathy that made my heart ache in ways I couldn't explain. Over the following weeks, our encounters became more frequent. I found myself waiting for his messages, anticipating his calls, longing for the moments when our eyes would meet. There was an undeniable connection between us, a magnetic pull that neither of us tried to resist. One evening, as the city lights shimmered across the river, he took my hand. I felt a shiver run through me as he whispered, "I've never met anyone like you, Sabrina. I don't know what the future holds, but I know I want you in it." My heart pounded. Every instinct in me screamed to run, but my soul whispered to stay. That night, under the soft glow of the street lamps, our first kiss was gentle, almost hesitant, yet it carried a promise of something more profound than either of us could articulate. But life, as it always does, decided to test us. Secrets from his past emerged like shadows creeping into our light. I discovered truths about him that made my stomach churn with doubt and fear. Could I trust him? Could my heart endure the risk of loving someone so intensely when the world had already taught me caution? Our passion was undeniable. Every touch, every look, every whispered word in the quiet of the night deepened the bond between us. Julian had a way of making me feel seen, cherished, and understood in ways I had never experienced. Yet, with each step closer, the tension of uncertainty tightened its grip. One night, as we stood on the balcony overlooking the city, rain cascading down around us, Julian confessed the depth of his feelings. His voice broke slightly, revealing vulnerability beneath his composed exterior. "Sabrina, I can't promise you a life without challenges, but I can promise you every heartbeat, every breath, every moment I have, I want it with you." My eyes welled up, and without thinking, I threw my arms around him. The world fell away, leaving only the two of us and the storm raging around us. In those moments, I realized that love, true love, is messy, unpredictable, and terrifying. It demands courage, surrender, and the willingness to risk everything for someone who sees your soul. Julian made me feel alive, even when life seemed to crumble around me. He became my anchor, my storm, and my sanctuary. But it wasn't just the romance that made our story unforgettable. It was the small, intimate moments, the way he remembered the tiniest details about me, the way he held my hand when I was afraid, The way he laughed at my ridiculous quirks, making me feel beautiful and valued. Each day was a discovery, a chapter unfolding, and I was helplessly, irrevocably drawn in. Yet, just when I thought we had found our rhythm, the past came knocking. A secret that Julian had kept threatened to tear everything apart. My heart ached as I confronted him, demanding answers. He didn't flinch. He looked into my eyes with raw honesty and said, "I can't change what happened, but I can promise to never hide from you again. I choose us, Sabrina. Always." That night, we cried together, held each other, and whispered dreams into the darkness. Our love wasn't perfect, but it was ours, untamed, passionate, and real. We learned that love isn't about avoiding pain. It's about choosing each other again and again, even when the world seems determined to keep you apart. Months passed. Our love grew, deepened, and transformed us both. Julian became my partner in every sense, my confidant, my safe haven. And I realized that life's greatest surprises often come wrapped in challenges, fear, and uncertainty. Love, when it's real, demands bravery and a willingness to surrender to the unknown. Now, as I sit here sharing my story, I wonder about all the hearts out there waiting for a love that seems impossible. I wonder if you, too, have met someone who makes the world fall away, someone who sees the real you and loves you fiercely, unconditionally. So let me ask you this. Have you ever taken a leap of faith for love, even when everything inside you screamed to be cautious? I'd love to hear your stories. Share them in the comments below, because love, in all its messy, beautiful glory, is meant to be shared. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more intimate, heartfelt tales from the heart.